Wow, it's a beautiful day on campus. As an architecture student, I really see a diverse range of buildings offering a diverse experience. Hey, Victoria.
You again.
The staff and faculties here, they really supported me, and I'm honored to be part of the Syracuse University community. Hello everyone, my name is Shen. I double major in architecture and music history. Welcome to my Syracuse University tour. A double major means you can simultaneously study architecture and music history because Syracuse University offers both programs. That's actually one of the major motivations for me to apply for the university. Here we are at Slocum Hall, where the School of Architecture is. This building is built at the beginning of last century. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. We're in the atrium, the center of the building, where everyone can greet each other because there are platforms everyone can see each other. And throughout the building, there are a lot of pin-up spaces. When you show your drawings to your professor and your peers or reviewers, you can all have your drawings on them for other people to look at. In School of Architecture, I'm in a 5-year program which is called Bachelor's of Architecture. And this 5-year program prepares you for getting licensed. You will go through 8 different studios with different themes. And eventually at the 5th year, do a director research project. So this is one of the studios where visiting critics will come, and every day working sessions, desk critique sessions will take place. This room is called the Marble Room. The School of Architecture entrance used to be here, and after a renovation, this is really becomes an exhibition space where rotating exhibitions happens throughout the year. So now let's head upstairs to my studio space. So here's my studio space, and as you can see, the studios are configured into different sections where usually each section will be one professor. Here's where I work, right by the window with very great natural light. I usually come here early in the morning to work, and some people will prefer to work late, and that's okay because the studio space is open whenever you want to work. On my desk, I usually have all these model making materials to make models, and sometimes I draw in hand sketch, or I work on my laptop because a lot of drawings are done digitally now. I come from Shanghai, China, and I only came here when I was 19 for university. I never had an experience living in a fully English-speaking environment, and the staff and faculties here, they really supported me. They were very patient, and they always asked me how I'm doing. I'll show you what I mean. Hey, Victoria.
You again. How's everything?
Doing great. I'm just doing this little shoot for the high school students who are interested in applying for our program.
There's a lot that happens, so we start with our students from recruiting to admissions and then retention. And so it's always setting up that safety net as you felt that you had when you got here. There's peer mentoring, there's tutoring, there's undergraduate ambassadors, so opportunities for students to feel welcomed and build that sense of community.
And I myself has been part of a lot of these programs and benefit from these programs, and you've been supporting me and through our virtual meetings, and then when I finally arrived on campus, you offered me 2 very firm hugs, and that really, I was a little bit lost and nervous on campus, but seeing you as a familiar and supportive face, I think that really impacted largely on my experience here.
I'm going to just pretend that you'll forever be my student here, but I know that you'll represent us out in the world.
Victoria is really the best. Now let's head outside. Wow, it's a beautiful day on campus. So now we can see the dome under the sunlight. One of my favorite buildings on campus. The white frames are designed by a firm called Populous. This architecture office really designed Olympic venues around the world, and a lot of our School of Architecture alums work there. In fact, I received an internship offer from them. You can see this almost hyper-contemporary building situated within a lot of classical building. It's really a superimposition of history and what the future holds for SU. Studying music has always been something I've wanted to do. After completing a couple of years studies, I realized with the credits I have in music, I will be able to have a vocal performance minor as well as a second major in music history and cultures. Now I'm working on my thesis. The topic is sound and space during China's Cultural Revolution, and it's really combining my interest in architecture and music. I was also a Cage Fellow for Syracuse University Art Museum. I used music and architecture to interpret landscape paintings in the collections. I involved in a lot of singing activities, including Sunday Mass for the Catholic Center, also sing there at the Hendricks Chapel choir. Every Thursday we rehearse in this very beautiful chapel, and almost like every week we have concerts here. During the Christmas holidays and major events such as Remembrance Week, the choir also performs. Hendricks Chapel is called the spiritual center of the campus and open to everyone of all kind of faiths. Speaking about Remembrance Week, we're just going to go from the Hendricks Chapel to another place that is important to the campus and important to me. Let's go. So behind us is the Hall of Languages, built in the 19th century in the Second Empire style, using Onondaga limestone, and it really gives off a quite solemn look to the campus and like a gateway as you proceed upwards towards the University Hill. On the campus, there's really a diverse range of architecture, ranging from like folks art, neoclassical, and the Hendricks Chapel we just seen, it's imitating the Pantheon in Rome. And we have brutalism buildings such as Newhouse 1 right here and Bird Library in that other side. So as an architecture student, I really see a diverse range of buildings offering a diverse experience here on campus. And now we arrive at our last stop, which is the Wall of Remembrance. The Wall of Remembrance is a monument that Syracuse University erected for the 35 students who lost their lives during the Pan Am 103 tragedy. The university has established a program called the Remembrance Scholars. The 35 selected Remembrance Scholars will work together and do research as well as establishing initiative on campus to make this effort not just a form of collective grieving and mourning for the loss of communities, but also use this momentum as something to do good to the community. During the Remembrance Week, friends and families of the victims, not just from Syracuse University students, but also from the community, gather on campus and commemorate the lost lives. The Remembrance program is really important to campus because it represents the intention for the university community to unite and to remember, but also to work towards the future. And it really helped me to build empathy culturally as an international student in learning how people mourn and commemorate another culture, but also it established a sense of identity and unity in me as part of Syracuse University community. And I'm honored to be part of this effort. So that marks the end of my Syracuse University tour. I hope y'all got a good sense of the atmosphere of the campus. My name is Shen, and I hope to see you again on campus.